you respond to that?
Well, then we shouldn't have any problem with having an independent investigation. I mean, I'll make a deal with you. Let's have Preet Bharara do it. Let's have the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Manhattan, who's put a bunch of Democrats in jail. No one's been harder on Andrew Cuomo. President Trump reappointed him, thinks the world of him. I'll go with Preet Bharara. And I'll tell you what, I'll suspend my call to have the Attorney General resign until we find out what the results of that investigation are.
I'm not sure your call is meaningful in the first.
Let's have Preet Bharara do it. Let's have the U.S. world of him. I'll go with Preet Bharara. And I'll tell you what, I'll suspend my call to have the Attorney General resign until we find out what the results of that investigation. Look, and that's why I suggested we have an independent guy like Preet Bharara do it, and we all sit back and let him get the facts. Let an independent outside person like Preet Bharara, the U.S. Attorney in Manhattan. So I'm willing to let the president's appointee as the U.S. Attorney in New York take a look at it.
We're out of time. I'm going to say I've taken this seriously from day one. I've asked Democrat after Democrat, give me something real, and none of them have. And I merely get sanctimonious nonsense.
That's why we need an independent look, and then we'll let the facts speak for themselves. How about that?
You're making this into a joke, Congressman. Thanks for joining us.
When it comes to an honest investigation of the Clinton Foundation, there is really only one man in the United States up to the task. An Indian-born, naturalized American, someone the Clintons fear. His name is Preet Bharara, dubbed the showman by the New Yorker for his theatrics and wisecracks in court. He's the head of the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York and has a history of taking down big-time banks and politicians.
The Wall Street Journal report has revealed that Loretta Lynch's Justice Department tried to stop the ongoing FBI investigation on the Clinton Foundation and shut down any reporting on it. So before I even start talking evidence and facts, this is already obvious. Why would Obama's appointed head of the Justice Department want anyone investigating Hillary while Obama and his wife are literally out campaigning for her?
I know how hard this job can be. That's why I know Hillary will be so good at it.
There were several instances where senior Department of Justice officials tried to intervene and stop the probe. Here's what they did. Loretta Lynch instructed her prosecutors in New York to prohibit the FBI, who were investigating the Clinton Foundation, from reviewing emails that were part of Clinton's other scandal on her private email system. On top of this, Clinton's lawyers and Loretta Lynch's Justice Department, in a strange immunity agreement, instructed the FBI to destroy Clinton's lawyers' devices, which we all know Gowdy and Jordan, amongst other Republicans, were pretty outraged about.
And you got to help us understand, because it looks to me like some things were done differently that I don't recall being done back when I used to work with him.
Interestingly, we never really hear this mentioned by John Oliver or Trevor Noah.
Wait, what?
Huh. CNN also was deterred from reporting on the Clinton Foundation investigation. The DOJ literally told them to table any report on it. And if this could get any more fucking ridiculous, Loretta Lynch's Department of Justice stopped all FBI's attempts to conduct formal interviews, issue subpoenas, or even allow a grand jury to weigh evidence in the case. How is the FBI even supposed to find out if there was even any wrongdoing if they can't even fucking interview anyone? So in August, a Department of Justice official contacted FBI Director Andrew McCabe to let them know they weren't happy that FBI agents were continuing the investigation, and this senior Department of Justice official was very pissed off, and that's a quote from the Wall Street Journal report. And guess what? McCabe's wife, who was running for Virginia State Senate, got $500,000 within the week from prominent Clinton ally Governor Terry McAuliffe, who also happens to be under a separate yet overlapping FBI investigation regarding his financial relationships with, you guessed it, the Clinton Foundation. Alright, so if anyone at this point is thinking, well, maybe the DOJ just has a different interpretation of the investigation, wrong. The FBI keeps peddling the story that McCabe is not compromised because, come on, it's just a $500,000 donation, no biggie. Except, according to Wall Street Journal's revelations, FBI Director McCabe told agents to stand down on the Clinton Foundation investigation. Can it get worse? Yeah. The Journal has reported that the Justice Department officials were stern, icy, and dismissive of the case, and this is according to FBI agents involved with the case. Lynch's DOJ warned the FBI that subpoenas, interviews, and a grand jury would not be authorized. You might think, well, you know, Hillary's done for at this point, but no, she's still neck and neck with Trump despite this and the FBI opening a new investigation in connection to Weiner and Huma Abedin. Democrats have no excuse for supporting this corrupt piece of shit.
While the FBI concluded its investigation in Clinton's use of a private email server while Secretary of State, a second investigation into the Clinton Foundation regarding allegations of corruption during the same tenure is ongoing. The decision to sunset the Clinton Global Initiative reportedly set off a dispute within the Clinton Foundation circles regarding the best way to handle the fallout from the allegations. Some complained the layoff process was insensitively handled, Politico reported, while others took issue with the optics of allowing anyone with the Clinton Global Initiative to stay on. Well, folks, I mean, it must be painfully clear to everybody now, and if you're a Clinton supporter, that this was pay to play.
I have said that Attorney General Sessions needs to recuse himself from any investigation into contacts between the President and his associates on the campaign and transition and Russia. For weeks, I made clear that I believe Attorney General Sessions' close relationship with the Trump campaign requires that he recuse himself from the executive branch investigation into ties between the Trump campaign.
Fishy happened the final week of the Obama administration. The Obama White House quietly changed the line of succession of the Justice Department so that an Obama-friendly prosecutor would be put in charge should Jeff Sessions have to recuse himself. Now, obviously, last week, Attorney General Jeff Sessions did recuse himself from certain investigations involving the Trump campaign. Fortunately, a few weeks before that, the Trump White House caught on to what the Obama administration had done and changed the line of succession back such that a respected career Justice Department official will be handling those investigations. However, the prospect of an Obama crony having the power to appoint a special prosecutor to launch a politically charged inquest directed at the White House raises a troubling question. Did the Obama White House try and plant a booby trap to ensnare the Trump White House? In the absence of another explanation, that's a lot what it looks like.
We know, Laura, about his tweet saying that he was indeed fired.
Well, that's right, Frederica. He tweeted out just moments ago, "I did not resign. Being U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of New York will forever be the greatest honor of my professional life." And that's all he said, Frederica. He did not say who called him. He did not reveal any other details, but we are learning that he was asked to resign yesterday along with those other 46 U.S. attorneys across the country. We're told by a U.S. official that he was asked to resign just like the rest for purposes of uniformity. But as you have pointed out before earlier today, that this is a pretty big turn of events, as last November he was told that he would be allowed to stay on by the President Trump, President of the United States. And so we don't know all the details of what changed over these last 3 months.
Maybe that Preet wasn't fast enough in indicting de Blasio for his pay to play. That could be it. So I welcome the new Attorney General, and maybe they'll follow through with the evidence at hand and do the indictment that's supposed to be there for illegal campaign contributions.
Oh, so you think maybe the new guy would come in?
Oh, yeah. I did. All the evidence is there. It's all pay for play. You give me money, 350,000 teachers union, you get a contract for $9 billion. It goes on and on and on. Wow. And I think it'll be time for a good United States attorney to put some handcuffs on.